Alright, BobalosRex here, and we gotta talk about the new class sets coming to the trading post. Now, I'm gonna do my normal thing when I go over these blue posts, and I'm gonna read through, and then we're gonna judge and talk about all these transmogs coming out. But let's get into it. So this isn't the new month. This is not this month. Listen, this is not this month. So let's get into it. Beginning with the month of September. And each month through December, the trading post will be introducing new transmog sets and new transmog weapon sets specific to each class. Each armor set comes with 3 pieces: helm, shoulder, belt, and each weapon set comes with 3 weapons to match each discipline, with the exception of druids having 4 and demon hunters with 2. Demon hunters screwed again. You'll be able to purchase these items with any class character to add to your transmog collection. Keep in mind that only the intended class will be able to use the armor set transmogs and weapon set transmogs. Armor sets will be available to purchase for $450 Trader's Tender each, and the weapon sets will be available to purchase for $500 Trader's Tender each. Here's what you can look forward to. So it's $950 for the whole thing. Now, real quick about the price. I do have the Trader's Post open. So currently, an ensemble that's a full set. Okay, over here, you can see over here. So this here, you can't see the price, but this is priced at $750. So for 3 transmog pieces, 3 weapons, and it's only class specific, they're pricing it at $950. When a full set that can be worn on a whole armor type is $750. I don't like these prices. I don't see the comparison. I don't see the equal. Like here's a single weapon, which is crazy though. And this is $600, but it's not class locked. So kind of for weapons you get a better deal, but for armor not so much. But then here's a helm, just a helm for $225. I don't get the prices on some of these. And then here's a 2 set for $100. And here's the thing, for Demon Hunter, you're paying for 2 weapons $500? That's crazy. That's crazy. So I do have a question about the pricing and how it's class locked. But let's get into these sets. Let's take a look. So September will bring us the Paladin, the Priest, and the Rogue. Now the Paladin is clearly Garithos themed. It's very interesting, you know, that they would go this route. You know, if you want to be a Paladin, you can pretend to be a racist. There you go. I mean, if you're Scarlet Crusade, they're pretty much racist. You know, there's a lot of groups that are xenophobic too, so it's all over the place. But it's interesting. It could definitely do some Scarlet RP. It is class locked though, so there's that. And I do remember seeing different colors of this at some point. But let's move on here. So for Priest, we're going full Cthulhu Priest. I actually really like the Priest set. Okay, here are the titles. So Paladin's Plated the Light Avenger. Alright. The Scarlet Champion, essentially, looking over here. Then you got the Silks of the Unnamed Cult. The Cult of the Depths. Alright, that looks cool. You can be Squid Pope. I like that a lot. I really like the Priest. Now, the Rogue one, when I first looked at the Rogue one, I was like, wait, is this different than the current tier? And it's like, oh yeah, because the current tier has the full Shredder face. This one's slight shredder face. I do like the look of the Rogue One. It looks pretty cool. And it's called the Blood Onyx Uniform. Hold on. Bodhi, you got freaking problems, dude. You're freaking interrupting. Get on the bed. Alright. Now let's look at these weapons. So the Paladin weapons look great. These can literally fit the Purple Judgment set, which I just got a comment about on my Paladin video, which I do like, by the way. It's a good set. And I do wonder if we're ever going to see updated Judgment set, because you know how I feel about Tier 2. So we got it. So this is the two-hander, this is the one-hander, and then the shield. Alright, 3 weapons like they said. Then we got the priest weapons. These look super cool. I like that the book is kind of like stained glass. And then you got this creepy version over here, and then you got a normal club. It's still got that stained glass look. I do like that, but I like how they said for each spec, but it's like, no, this is the mace in the offhand, and then you got a staff. You got the two-hand, and then you got the mace in the offhand for the other two. I think it's funny. Alright, ooh, okay, so the rogue weapons, the Blood Onyx Blades. So there's the short blade, or no, there's the short blade. And then you got the 2 different daggers. This one's a little, like, Lich King-y. This one's a little bit more of that demonic, and that, or got that dragon crystal in it. It looks alright. Would I spend $500 on this? We'll go over whether or not I'd buy a set or not. Alright, let's move on. So now we got to October here. Alright, we got Death Knight here. So the thing about this Death Knight set, it's called Web Sarnite Exoskeleton. Yeah, it's buggy. I'm gonna be real. I don't like bugs. The belt looks interesting. The shoulders look good. I do not like the helmet at all. I'm gonna be real. Then the Demon Hunter set's called Nathraza Blasphemer's Flames. Now, if you zoom in, you can see the horns clipping. So our horns may also show up for Demon Hunter, and that will for sure make that look a little funky. But that could look good on some sets. The shoulders look good. It's purple. I like the purple look for Demon Hunter, and the belt looks pretty legit. I don't know what Demon Hunter set this would fit with right now, though. But we'll talk about some stuff about that later. Now, the Druid set, Ashamane's Vestment of Rebirth. This is a set for a particular taste, and it is not me. It is an Alliance Druid set. This looks like it could go with the Legion set for Druid. Like the first tier, I think it had this blue look to it. I can definitely see Alliance Druids wearing that if that's your vibe. But it's not for me. Alright, let's look at these weapons. Death Knight weapons. Web Sarnite weaponry. This looks legit. So 2 are two-handers and 1 is a one-hand. This is the one-hander. This looks pretty legit. It's a nice, cool frozen rune blade. This looks pretty good. Then you got an axe here. It's like the fell kind of, but it's clearly the unholy one. And then you got this shadow one with like a moon. That's cool. And then you got this eye. You know, it kind of reminds me of the artifact. Bodhi, get out. Get out. Get out of here. You did a menace. Oh my god. Alright. They remind me of the Legion Order Hall weapons. For sure. But this would have been the blood one, and this would have been the unholy one. But let's move on. The Demon Hunter weapons, 500 for this. And let me tell you, they do look pretty legit. That demon mouth there, those demon horns, that's a cool style. I do like this look. I'm just, the price though, it does look really good to me. I do like the Demon Hunter ones. Now the Druid ones straight up look very good. And as you can see, they all do kind of mimic the Legion Order Hall, the Aldraki Warblade, the Fury weapons. Even these mimic. Slightly less here. And somewhat there. And then, yeah, for the Paladin for sure. But yeah, so look at the Druid. You got the Ashamain Claw. Oh, Ashamain Claw of Rebirth. So that's a fist weapon, but okay, so they're all Ashamain. So you got a cool fist weapon here. You got the cool looking dagger. And then you got the Resto staff here. I like the moon. You can use this on a balance too. And then you also got this one, the Jewel of Rebirth. Yeah, the Druids look good. I like this aesthetic a lot more than I like the aesthetic of the actual Druid armor, which is interesting. Alright, now we're looking at November here. So we got Warlock, Monk, and Warrior. So Warlock, Jewels of the Alluring Call. And I'm going to be real. The helm is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. The shoulders with the incubus and the succubus going like fucking cool. I really like this. I really like these shoulders. It's like a wing and them going like it's freaking funny looking. The belt's pretty good. We'll see how it wobbles when it comes out. Now, we got the Monk, Possessed Watcher, guys. This looks amazing. Monk deserved this whole set. Where is this whole set? The shoulders look amazing. The helm, dude. I have a gnome Monk. Imagine a little gnome with that face running at you, ready to punch you. It's gonna look. This set looks good. This 3-piece looks good. I would love to see a full set. Like the fur here, like the fur there. And then the frickin' the face. I do want to see like the 3D effect, like how it looks all around, but I can't really see that on this post here. And we got Warrior. Savage Champions Trophies. Dude. There's a lot of clipping here. I'm not sure how this would look on a Tauren. It does kind of remind me of like Herod a little bit, like how you would imagine him in your head, but in like they got black colors. And I do kind of like the shoulders and the belt, but the helm, I'm not so sure. Now let's look at the Monk weapons. All right. The Cherry Blossom staff is legit really freaking cool. This fan, really sweet. And then we got another keg with this freaking dragon teapot. Okay, the Monk weapons look really good. And again, they're somewhat themed off of the artifact weapons. You know, Staff of the First Emperor, the Monkey King staff, or the Fuzon, I think is what it's called. And then the Fist of... Fist of Rodin was something else. The Tolvier Fists. But yeah, that looks cool. Alright, the Warlock set. Alright, so this is another staff and then main hand, offhand combo. The staff looks pretty good. I do kind of like that. It's not as flashy as the Legion staff. This looks like a little Diablo-y demon. It's like a skeleton wrapped up. Reminds me a little bit of Mephisto. Then you just got a skull with some nails in it. That's kind of wicked. And then you got Bone Dagger. Simple, to the point. Now, interesting stuff with the warrior weapons. So, This is the one-hander shield and then the two-hander. So this looks very Lordaeron Forsaken. And then you got Gilneas over here, which is very interesting. I do remember seeing a reddish version of this. So we may see recolors of this somewhere. But as far as these weapons go, they seem pretty alright. Nothing to write home about, though. Now, let's look at December here. So, we got Evoker, Hunter, Mage, and Shaman. Evoker, Scales of the Silver Hoarder. I'm going to be real. I'm curious how well this set goes with Evoker armor, but right now it's struggling to get stuff to match, and I don't think this is going to match Evoker armor that well. But I do remember there is a yellow set, so maybe it will. Overall, this set for Evoker, I'm not impressed. I'm going to be real. Could it be appealing to some people? Sure. Is it worth $450 to me? Nah. But we'll go over all of that. So, this scale, yeah. Then we got the Hunter. Hornstrider, Warriors, Camouflage. So that makes me think Maruk, and as you can see, it's got very big Tauren influences. I do actually like this set. I do want to see the 3D on the face, because it looks like it's an eagle. So I wonder how much it sticks out in the front. And how much of the chin here you can see. Wish I could zoom in more. But I do actually kind of like this set. This set did cause someone to lose their mind on Twitter and go full mask off. So that was something I wasn't expecting to come from this set. But I actually like this look for Hunter. It's definitely more Tauren themed. So if it's not your vibe, it's not your vibe. But not all these sets are going to be hit or miss with everyone here. I know some I don't like, but someone will. Now let's look at Mage. Battle Magister's Regala. Everyone's talking about this set and how, where's the red version? And let me be real. This has got to have a red version from something. And we'll talk about my thoughts on maybe down the line where we see more of these. But this set in blue looks really good. You can essentially be Kael'thas, but like the high elf. I mean, he is a high elf. But the high elf coloring version of him. So, the blue version. And let me tell you, that looks pretty sick for some people. I wonder if these are connected to the helm, or one is connected to the helm and two are connected to the shoulders. I do wonder how these orbs are connected to the transmog. And the belt looks alright. It's clearly Alliance themed here. And as we see, some others are a little bit more Horde themed, which is fine. It's fine to mix it up. You know, these are all just optional cosmetics. And now let's get to the last one here. So Shaman, Eminence of Kragwa's Executor. This set looks amazing. I want to see the other angles of this set, but this set screams Zandalari, and I want to put that crown on a Zandalari Shaman that I do not have. So I may have to make one, because this set looks amazing for a Zandalari, and I would love to see a full version of this. Now let's get into the weapons. Now for Evoker weapons, they're pretty simple. They look alright. The staff is the best one of the set. These two can go well if you're going for the bronze vibe. Like I said, for the Evoker set overall, I'm not a fan. Now, they fixed the Hunter weapon. There was a wrong weapon here. I do actually like the Hunter weapons. And again, it's giving off Legion vibes. Legion artifact vibes. You got the spear. You got the gun. And then you got the Sylvanas-looking bow. Some people have been shitting on these weapons, but I actually think they look decent. Very simple. It looks like you're shooting like a harpoon out of this. And the bow looks really good. I like the wooden effects. It looks very intricate. Alright, so I do like that. You got the ropes here, which make it look pretty cool. Like, I can see a cool Tyrion maybe using this. I think these look alright. Ooh. Alright, so we got the mage set. We got the ice staff. We got the arcane offhand. And then this flaming main hand. Frickin' the dragon. That looks like it's a frickin' dragon right there. I really like this flame sword. This offhand, it's alright. I wonder how this effect will look in game. Like if it's shining. And then I do want to see the effects on the ice staff. I wonder if this will have an effect too. Like flames. Or it glows, dude. Oh, that would be sick. You know what? Maybe we need to see some effects on some of these. That made me think about that. Alright, now we're going to go over to the shaman weapons. Now, the name of the shaman weapons is a little weird. Because this very much looks like a wolf. You got wolf hair, wolf, wolf. But I did have a thought. I just think the names were thrown out there, maybe. But maybe this has some, like, Hirik vibes. The Batloa going on here. I can kind of see it if I stretch and be like, oh, these are wings. Oh yeah, and then it's bat fur, and then it's a bat face. But it does look very wolf-like. But overall, for the transmog, I think it looks good. I think it looks pretty good. Now, and then down here at the bottom, make sure you plan accordingly and save your trader's tenders for the sets and weapons you want to collect most. Alright. So, I'm going to go through here and tell you which ones I would actually buy. Now remember, the sets are $450, the weapons are $500. I have to buy the preset. The preset has to be bought. Squid Pope, 100%. Anything else on this line? No. Weapons. This may be bought. Preset is alright, but not really. Rogue, no. None of these sets I want to buy. So October, I'm saving my tendies. The Death Knight weapons could get me, but I'm still going to be like, no. I feel like these are not worth the price, since you're only getting 2, and every other one you get 3. And Druid, you get 4. I may buy Druid, but I feel like I need a set to go with it. But Druid could be bought by me on that month. Now, for November, there's 2 sets I would buy. The Monk and the Warlock, if I had saved up. So we'll have to see how much I have saved up. The Monk weapons, that is something I would want to buy. The Warlock, not so much. The Warrior, not so much. And as far as armor sets in December, I've already mentioned I'm buying Shaman 100%. And as far as weapons, Mage. If any I'd buy, it'd be Mage and then maybe Shaman. But Mage, if these have effects on them, I'm buying Mage. Now, I remember when I saw these first in the data, I thought, oh, maybe new tier. I do hope we see full versions of these sets, or maybe more colors of these sets through content. Maybe with the order halls. I keep wanting the order halls to come back. Like, that's my biggest wish, to see the order halls come back, and then maybe like player housing or something. But order halls coming back are like one of the things I really want. And to see sets like these come back in the order halls, maybe a full color set of these. Dude, maybe this is a tease for the next expansion. The order hall returns and we get a whole nother set of this, but it's the full. Like, that would be sick. But I would love to see a version of these sets earnable in game, and not just the trading post is earnable in game, but I meant like through gameplay, because these sets, some of them are kind of iconic. Some of them I'm not the biggest fan of, but you know, that's what taste is. You know, everyone has their own taste in aesthetics and whatnot. But I'm excited. I'm kind of excited about these. I'm I don't know how I feel about the class lock on these, and the price feels a little odd to me. But we'll see how it does. You know, Trader's Post is just free shit for playing the game. So I can't really complain much. And you've already heard my complaints. But yeah, so overall, I think this is great. I really like that they're adding. I do like that they're adding class theme stuff now to the Trading Post. I love Blizzard adding class themed anything. So I would like to see more, and maybe through full gameplay. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. As always, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.